Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 7 Week 2 Day 5. So today we have ourselves a brand new Mythic, which I haven't actually had the chance to open yet because I've pretty much been sleeping all day. After the many streams we did yesterday. I think in total, I didn't double check, I think it was like 18 to 20 hours. But yeah, I needed rest. And I slept like a good majority of today. Which means we haven't gotten a new Mythic yet. So there is a new Mythic. We will be covering a video on it, obviously. However, I don't currently own it, so I can't. But we're about to right now. Flaming Anu. As far as what it does, it summons 3 goblins. So guaranteed triple summon, which is decent. Then explodes. But one pretty noteworthy thing about summoning goblins too is every single goblin has automatic extra turn on the ability. So pretty much nothing he summons is necessarily bad. It then gets to explode pretty much every green on the board, and then gains an extra turn, as all goblins do, as of course it is a goblin. 22 mana cost, green, red, brown. So pretty much a pretty expensive exploder, almost like Amnesia. However, it does have some factors going for it. One pretty noteworthy thing that it has is these 2 traits. Song of Fire, which summons a firestorm at the start of battle for the first 4 turns, assuming the enemy doesn't have any counter or no other storms in play. But the other thing it ends up doing is converting 2 red gems to burning gems, if I'm not mistaken. Burning gems do burning to all 4 enemies. Unfortunately, no fairy fire, so it's not like a burned fairy fire. But you take 1 and it just simply burns all the enemies. This obviously could synergize pretty well with triple damage burning hero classes or any other mechanic that ends up boost ratioing off of how many burns are on the opposing team. So that's pretty much the main premise in which he would be used. Most likely in a 4 times goblin team or on a team that can utilize the fact that he will basically perpetually be 4 times burning the enemy team. He's actually pretty similar to an Infernus, with resummon instead of more damage. So his playstyle is kind of similar, because the main premise is you're going to want to use it for 4 times burning. Like, they both have that same kind of team build kind of concept. Main difference being that one's more of a mana accumulator that has resummon, whereas Infernus is more of a damage source that can cycle back into itself. But anyways, I guess we will start off by actually trying to obtain this Mythic. For once, we'll do it on stream instead of on video, which has been ages since we have. I think it's been almost a year, maybe even longer, since we've bothered to get one specifically on stream instead of on video. We have like near infinite keys these days, so it's barely going to dent our piles, luckily. We'll still do it 50 at a time because it's slightly better to do it this way. The main reason why you want to end up doing it 50 at a time is mostly because if you do it 200 at a time, and you get it between, you know, less than how many you would have spent, you basically use more keys than you would have. For example, if you get it on like your 57th key and you did 2 50s, you would only wasted what, 43? But if you did it the other way around, you would have wasted 143. So it makes quite a difference doing it 50 at a time compared to 200. It's slightly quicker, obviously, doing it 200 at a time, but you tend to waste slightly more keys that way. And to be as efficient as possible, if the only goal you have is to get the Mythic out of the drop table, which of course is our goal right now, generally want to do it 50 at a time. Theoretically, you could even do it 1 at a time. However, this is going to take forever. But technically, for max efficiency. Though, to keep in mind, this is referring to if you already physically have the keys. Otherwise, you should be doing only 50 at a time because they start costing more if you do them like 1 or 10 at a time. But anyways, if we could ever get a Mythic, that'd be great. Unfortunately, no luck yet. Only a couple hundred down, though. Generally, they take about 1,000 or so, as far as gem keys or seal keys. Give or take a little bit. Fortunately, not too lucky this time around, though we've only gone through like, what, 600-700 keys? Still got that chance. Yeah, we got pretty lucky on the last few, so I don't mind getting a little bit unluckier. There we go. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. That was less than 1,000, so that's still lucky. Anything less than 1,000 is still on the luckier side. I actually forgot to double check the exact number we had when we started, but it was 5,000 something, right? Like 5,900, 5,600 somewhere. So it was about 1,000 or slightly less. So overall, not too bad at all. So Flaming Anu, we kind of just went over it. Let's go and upgrade it. Not going to go over all the teams or everything right now. Obviously, that'll be saved for the video. Since honestly, I'm not even sure what I really want to use them in. Like, I know like the first team I want to build in. As far as like other teams, I'm not really sure. Like, I obviously want to put him into a Norbert's turnip team and do it into 4 times Goblin. But beyond that, I'm not really sure what I want to build out of him. Also, why am I clicking? Wait, Oni. Wasn't his name Oni? Where is he? Does he not have Oni in his name? There he is. Flaming Oni. Unfortunately, Oni doesn't bring him directly up, but there we go. Yeah, 5,902. Thank you. Yeah, so we spent exactly 1,000? Hold up, did we spend literally exactly 1,000? That's kind of funny. Oh, we spent 50 more than 1,000. Okay, so we got slightly bad luck. Not by much, though. So we spent 1,050. So that's pretty much fine. That's almost at drop rate. Oh, also, of course, we get another star for Zacian. 22 star now. I don't think it goes any higher than that, does it? No. Though we do need to upgrade another pet here. Well, I guess we're going to start seeing it on our flash offers. At least we'll be able to get, like, Black Beast or something upgraded. But we're going to start seeing on my middle offer now. Oh, you know what? I might deliberately not keep it upgraded for a while. We can actually buy Goblin Pet for cheaper. So even though we might get copies of this for Zacian bonus, honestly, both these bonuses are really good. Zacian bonus and Goblin bonus are actually pretty solid. Zacian is one of the few kingdoms where you actually do run multiple from the same kingdom, mostly because the hero class is really good synergy within itself, as well as goblins in general also having synergy within themselves because they all have extra turn spam, and obviously Goblin bonus for the exact same reason. So, you know what? I might actually deliberately let our middle task keep going. The way that we could do this, if you want to max out multiple things from a kingdom, is whenever you have the objective that tells you need to upgrade a pet, you could keep buying the copies for the pets that you need from the kingdom, but then just don't upgrade them, and it will still keep giving you offers for your pets. This will take away from the other offers that you could be getting, but it allows you to get pets for quite a bit cheaper, half off if you were compared to buying it with gems through other means, technically slightly more than half off in some circumstances. So, yeah, it's a really good idea to potentially consider. And given that we have literally one copy of this Goblinkin, meaning I had never found another copy of him ever again since he is originally released. How recent is he? A couple months ago? I can't remember. I'm pretty sure it was sometime this year if I have literally only one copy. But, yeah, this would be a good time to get him upgraded for cheaper. Because if you were to do it entirely, if you were to completely upgrade a troop from nothing to max, using simply the gems off the thing, it would end up costing you, like, what, they're 50 each, so it would end up being 1,500 or so, which is still a decent handful of gems, but is way cheaper than the alternative, and you're getting a bunch of pet food along the way. So, it could definitely help. I wouldn't advise necessarily going all the way with it, but it definitely helps getting a substantial amount of the copies, if nothing else. But anyways, so that's the thing. So, actually, speaking of that, what did I get for offers today? Nothing good. All the trash offers. But anyways, hello everyone! So I guess we'll go upgrade the Mythic, mess around with the Mythic, and then obviously mess around with the other thing that we got going on this weekend, which I haven't really had the chance to really dabble in yet, but we definitely need to. Of course, we have the Vault events. Great time to be farming for resources within the game. Ideal way to do it is to quick kill explore, and just keep doing that over and over again in order to farm up gnomes and farm up verses. You can then use those verses in order to do Nomapaloozas, and those Nomapaloozas you just basically spam explore very quickly and get a bunch of loot, including Vault keys, epic Vault keys, and other similar things. Do keep in mind this is likely your last chance that you'll be able to go and get Weaver on half price, and you can get a substantial amount of diamonds during this weekend. So if you haven't already picked up a Arachnian Weaver, you want to pick up a second one, or if you haven't picked up Rope Dart, which is also exceedingly high priority this week. If you haven't gotten your Weaver or Rope Dart yet, definitely make sure to do so, as all these resources can be infinitely farmed for once this weekend. They're generally resources that are not that accessible to be infinitely farmed, but they can be during a Vault event weekend. Anyways, hello everyone! Hello Isabel! Hello Mr. Hello Ian! Hello Easy Breezy! Hello Bill! Hello Jesse! Hello Tyrion! Hello Tony! Hello Crisp! Hello Gadget! Hello Daddy Shark! Hello Ricardo! Hello Gemgod Diaz! For PlayStation 4 players, can you play? I can't connect to... Oh, never mind. That wasn't a question for me. I have no clue. I've never played this on any consoles. I have it on Switch these days. I did initially, and then it kind of just stopped because it was so out of date. Hello, Draco. Hello, Sushi Ninja, and hello, everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Hope I got some rest. Oh, yeah, I rested up like a ton. If anything, slightly too much. Anyways, so let's go upgrade this Mythic and mess with it real quick. We're not going to go over all the teams right now. I'll be having a video messing with that. But I do at least want to go over it once, if nothing else. This is the very first team we'll be messing with it. Where on earth is it? I thought I didn't upgrade it all the way. Apparently I did. Okay, well, I'll just type in the word Oni, and hopefully he is here. Oni, 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 Oni. There he is. Did I not level... Yeah, that's weird. Why is he not showing up as upgradable? I don't have his levels in yet. There we go. Now we do. Kind of weird that it wasn't showing earlier, though. But anyways. Alright, let's go see what this thing can do. So, what do I not need? I probably don't need any of these teams, really, for the rest of this week. So we'll get rid of this. And we're definitely going to need Norbert's Turnip. This pretty much goes without saying. If we're going to be building a heavy Goblin team. Because this is probably going to be the 4x Goblin team. We will be using a non-4x Goblin teams, but at least for now. Seems like the main way to go. Truffle? Am I spelling truffle wrong? Oh, I'm under weapons. I'm like, wait. I know I'm not spelling truffle that incorrectly. But I was under weapons. That's a fail. Anyways, let's see. Who else do we need? What color are we missing? Purple? What really good loop goblin are we missing? I guess we could technically go to Storm one. His Storm is going to get overwritten, though. He's going to go green and then the red. If I go to Storm one. Just out of curiosity, what is every purple goblin in the game? Or do we even need a purple goblin? Honestly, I almost want to double up Truffle. And then just minus our banner based on purple. And then we could +2 green, +2 red. And then what do you create again? You create green and red. Oh, well then. Well then. Okay, that's exactly what we do then. Ha, that's funny. I kind of forgot it creates green and red. So minusing purple is actually perfect for it. There we go. Oh, we don't want Sunspear though. We do want this to be Thief Hero class. Thief Hero class is the class from Zacian. While it's not normally used for that, though it is a factor that it can be used for. It's normally used for the fact that it has like infinite resummons all over the place. However, it is also a factor that it counts as a goblin, specifically a goblin from Zacian, which is beneficial because literally everything here is a goblin from Zacian. The only problem is we do have 2 of the same, so we don't get the full bonus. We only get a 3 times bonus instead of 4 times. Since we have the repeat troop, that's not that big a deal. It's not going to give us that many stats anyways, this late into the game. Anyways. Why do we not have goblin bonus, though? Wait, only 2 of these are from Zacian? Wait, did I not change the class? What's happening? Hold up. I thought I switched to Thief class. Apparently not. I guess I went into the menu and forgot to switch it. There we go. Now we should see it. There it is. So now we have the 3 goblin and 3 Zacian. Because I was wondering, like, why didn't the goblin bonus come up? Because we only had the 2. And I forgot to switch out the hero class. Alright, there we go. I think this is fine. Double King Gob Truffle, Norbert's Turnip, and Flaming Oni. I'll see what this does. Assumably, this is going to be among one of the strongest ones you possibly could do with it, for the most part. Though we will need to experiment around at some other point with other options I can end up doing, like non-full goblin teams. Ooh, a freeze. Oh, so here are the burning gems. This gem will cause all enemies to be inflicted with burning, dealing 3 damage each turn. Okay, so it just burns all enemies for taking a single one. So for example, if I take this, it should burn everything. There it goes. It burned everything. Oh, and he cleansed everything. And then he immediately cleansed it. Luckily, he killed my first slot. I say luckily because it was frozen, so that's actually helping us. Oddly enough. So even though that would normally be a bad thing to instantly get one-shots, it actually helped us here. Okay, still a bit of an awkward battle. I don't want him to do the skull there. I kind of actually have to skull counter him just to make sure he doesn't. A bit of a sketchy battle that we might end up losing immediately. If nothing else, we might get to use that resummoned. He has quite a comeback mechanic, if nothing else. This Mythic should be really, really good at doing comebacks. The only problem is if it itself dies here, which it's sure trying to do. And it just did. Theoretically, we could try winning this. Thief Hero class can cheese like crazy. However, let's try for less horrible RNG. Just slightly less horrible RNG would be good. We don't need like perfect RNG, just better than whatever on earth just happened. Okay. So I'll take a brown here. He'll poke us, that's fine. It almost doesn't even matter if we take a def here. Though it kind of does, but doesn't matter as much compared to the fact that we have resummon. So we're going to poke you. Take a red. Really need another red here. Tempted to just take a bunch of mana and everything though. So we'll take that. Truffle's going to do almost no damage, however, it might still be worth doing. He's going to do yellow to skull, so if I take that, it's actually going to get in the way, so I'm just going to do this. Get our automatic extra turn. Take the last little bit of brown we need. And after we take that last little bit of brown, I think we're going to be good to go. So throw that down. There's one of our billion resummons. Unfortunately, it's not the goblin one. Might even be better to actually disable its resummons when we're doing a team like this, since we already have a way to summon better summons off of the Goblin King. Or not the Goblin King, but the Flaming Onu. Which kind of does what the Goblin King does. Goblin King does a resummon thing. So unfortunately, our main damage source is currently webbed, which makes him kind of incapable of properly damaging. Excuse me. Big sneeze. Okay. This is going to be a bit of an awkward battle, just because we don't really have a proper damage source. Oh, and he has that resummon thing too. It's gonna be super annoying. I can't even hit him directly either. Let's at least get rid of his other thing over there. But yeah, he's not bad. It's definitely not bad. Has some potential. I don't have mana for the other thing, but actually I should have probably done the other thing first. So then again, I don't know. That's actually pretty good now that I think about it. Automatic extra turn on a full explode like that with the resummon it has. That's actually kind of decent. I don't think you would normally use him as a designated burner though, unless you just really didn't have anything else. Like if you didn't have Infernus and you didn't own Zugoff, like yes, you'd kind of use him as a burner. Because in that situation, he'd be the best burner you have. I almost feel like using Hero in first slot, as weird as that may seem. You just really have to make sure Norbert's turnip doesn't die. That, or maybe use it in between the truffle and the turnip. I mean the two truffles. And put it between the two. Okay, so we basically just have infinite extra turns. We take this, he does a thing. We do this. Well, not literally infinite extra turns, but you know. Like everything just spams it like crazy. So just kind of keep cycling. Oh, there's our insta-kill. Wait, did we just roll 2 7% insta-kills? I'm pretty sure we did. RNG is coming back around. Yes, the weapon does work without Thief Hero class. The main reason for using Thief is the Goblin synergy. But yeah, you don't have to use Thief. You could be using like Sun Spear and use a triple damage burning. Or something similar. Also, it is a Vault event after all. Hello, Vault Gnome. I mean, not Vault, I mean, Verse Gnome. Don't you dare run away with my Verse 2. No! Could you imagine? We find Verse 2 and it runs away. The only verse I need. And it runs away from us. Imagine. Such a horrible moment. Let's see. We might not need to imagine soon. Oh, we gotta go Truffle and hope it lands. Oh, this is scary. Okay, we got this. Kill it, kill it, kill it, go! Okay, we're fine, we're fine, we're fine. It almost ran away with my verse. But anyways, I mostly just wanted to see the Mythic real quick. Of course, we'll be covering it more in depth a bit later. But anyways, with that Verse Gnome there, of course, it is indeed Vault event this weekend. So what we're going to go do now is farm Vault event like crazy. Wait, I might cover the Mythic a little bit more later. Obviously, we'll have a video going up on it either tonight or tomorrow morning. But yeah, that's a new Mythic. Overall, honestly, I would say it is worth going for. It's pretty solid. It's not like one of the best Mythics in the game. But its summon is pretty interesting. We haven't really gotten to utilize it much in our battles. But being able to just fully recycle your team with goblins is actually pretty strong. I feel like his biggest liability is the fact that he doesn't have anything to really keep himself alive. Because there's no durability gain, there's no nothing like that. He doesn't get barrier or anything like that. That's probably going to be his biggest issue. Like if he had stealthy as instead of fireproof or instead of Song of Fire, this thing would actually be pretty insane. Because you kind of want this thing to survive, but the problem is because it doesn't have stealthy, you'd probably just use Thief Hero class in a lot of other situations. You know, things with stealthy that don't necessarily need to worry about dying, like Arachnian Weaver, Thief Hero class, or Weaver Hero class. Stuff that can have stealthy that won't get targeted down, that still have resummon. But still, a triple Goblin. Definitely pretty solid. Check your key amount before we started. We had 5,900. So we ended up going through about 1,050, I believe it was. Haven't seen any burning gems yet. No, they don't occur naturally. I believe in this current moment in time, the only way to even have burning gems is to have a flaming Anu. Or Ani, I mean. It is literally impossible to have... Oh, check my vault keys. Oh, yeah, duh. True. My bad. I misread what you said. Yeah, you are correct. Let me double check how many vault keys we have before we get started, since I haven't actually started farming any. Okay, 1,529 and 163. Let me go mark this down so I don't forget. Let's see. 1,596 was it? Oh no, 1,529. It's weird because I can't see the number while I'm typing into this thing. Alright, so 1,529. And vault keys are 163. I have now marked down our 2 starting positions. Thank you. I actually would have forgotten about that again. Alright, let's go bring them up on screen too. Let's see. So this is what we were able to do last time around. So I'm definitely not going to be farming anywhere near as much this time around. But there we go. Let's go bring it to 0, 0, 0. Yep, so I just put a double 0. We have double the amount of 0. There we go. Vault keys. So the way that I normally organize them is the first number is vault keys, the second is pity, and the third is epic vault keys. And of course, we have not farmed any. I think we have our first pity by now. No, we don't have our first pity yet. Anyways, let's go do for some farming. So keep in mind, Black Hawk actually is not possible for the ultra quick kill anymore. So we're gonna go for Cinemirage. Wait, does Cinemirage have any bonus this week? I sure hope not. No, it's just Beast and Rushka. Wait, isn't there a Beast in this place? I know it's mostly Damon though. So we're gonna go for the ultra quick kill team. The ultra quick kill team is the following. Oh, I just realized something funny. I could use the new Joy-Con too. I'd rather use the old one for it though. If we're just mashing the A button, there's no point in using the newer one. I'll probably just do it with no controller though. I feel like the controller ends up lagging the game so much at times. Though we haven't tried it since the new patch, so you know what, we might end up doing it. Just to see if it's any better. I highly doubt it though, since the game kind of technically only has like partial controller support. And there's a lot of controller glitches. Not just with Joy-Con, but with any controller. I'm looking for where my team is. That's not the right one, is it? No, I'm looking for the super quick one. That one. Because if we're just farming them and not doing Paloozas, we're going to need this one. We will be doing Paloozas this stream, though. But I do want to farm some verses first. Alright, let me go get the controller real quick. 1 second. Just gotta try syncing this thing. Sometimes it does it instantly, other times it just does not want to cooperate. Hopefully today is the day it wants to cooperate. So we just click this down. If it'll let me, gosh. Such a small little button. Did we get it first try? We got it first try? Now will the input work? I might have to restart the game. Oh, nice. Input's working. No restart needed. We got it. Why can't it always work that smoothly, gosh? There we go. And now we just mashed the A button. There we go. Did you see 25 war coins tomorrow? Are we? How do we know that? I kind of have all the war coins I'm ever going to need for now, though. Well, more don't hurt. I still collect them just in case they're going to add like a billion things that start using them out of nowhere. I think we have like 150 spares right now after having all of them. Oh, so hello Nexus. Hello Barbara. Welcome, welcome. You just got a verse 2 as well? Nice. Yeah, I just got a verse 2 from the random PvP fight when we're using the new Mythic. Kind of lucky there. But yeah, verse 2 is the one I'm the lowest on by far. I think it's like 5 to 10 lower than all the other ones. Oh, so thank you Nexus for the belated birthday. Yeah, no worries. Yeah, it was a really fun birthday. Thanks everyone for stopping by and for the good wishes. Greatly appreciated. Oh, it's from the 6.0 calendar. Oh, okay. We're actually getting loot from it? Hold up. I didn't even notice that. Got a 6.0 calendar going on? Oh, we do. Oh, yeah, we do get war coins tomorrow. We got a vault key today, which is not within our calculations, so that's good. I'm not counting that vault key. Not like it would really matter. What it being a number that's like 100 something being off by 1. Not too big a deal. But yeah, we got a vault key today, which I didn't even notice when I clicked claim all earlier. We got a 25 war coins tomorrow, 3 gem keys 2 days from now, and then it ends in some 50 gems. And of course, this is just a normal one that they do every month, or weird thing, and then just a standard login one. Anyways, let's keep grinding them gnomes. Once we find one more verse 2, we'll probably transition over to doing normal Paloozas for a little bit. And then at the end, we might mess with the Mythic a little bit more as well. Definitely be covering a video on it soon. Ideally, I would have wanted to get it done today. Actually, this is the first Mythic in a while we haven't been able to do it the day of. But I kind of crashed after yesterday. We partied too hard. Partied slightly too hard. Hello, Easy Breezy. What do you call a belt with a clock on it? A waste of time. Ah, the puns. Oh gosh. PS4 doesn't seem to have the 6.0 calendar yet. That's kind of weird. I assume they would roll it all out at once. Though it could be because some people don't have the update. Because I don't think the update's forced yet. It probably will be by Monday. Because it was this Tuesday, right? Wasn't it Tuesday this week? So it's probably not forced until Monday next week. However, it's weird that the other thing wouldn't show up, though. Before last Vault event, you had 0 orbs of power. During the weekend, you got 6 orbs, and today you got a 7th and for Zugov. Yeah, I know. Vault events, or particularly Nomapaloozas, they made it. There's one of them. They made it so much easier to get Zugov as well as other resources. Yeah, it was Tuesday. Yeah, that's what I thought. Wasn't sure. My whole week's kind of all over the place now. It's been a fun, exciting week. I've been losing track of time. Oh yeah, is Defiant not here? I did finally get his gift. It's a pretty interesting one. I don't want to show what it is until he's here, though. But yeah, it definitely surprised me. I was like looking at it for a second, and it's like, wait. And then it's like dawned on me what it was, and it's like, oh! That makes sense. You have 22 orbs of power. Nice. I can't even remember how many I have right now. I'm not sure if we've broken 20 yet. I know it's over 16. I'm just not sure how many specifically we have currently. I know whatever number it is, it's like 17, 18 or higher. I just forget exactly what it is. Oh gosh. I forgot. Soul Gnome survives. Oh, wait. I forgot. During a Gnome event, you can't really realistically do this team, can you? Oh no, I forgot. Because the chance of it reviving, you kind of have to use the double poke team, which isn't too big a deal. Where is my double poke team? Should be this one. There it is. Did they update the backgrounds? I always thought it had the Vault backgrounds. Unless they change it to a different one. There's that background for that one Vault thing with all like the treasure and everything. If I'm not mistaken, don't oh nice, we almost got one of every verse already this stream. But don't the thing in the Underworld, I think the Horde in the Underworld has the same background as the Gnomes, I think. I heard the Gnomes have their own like Vault backgrounds. But I could have sworn they were both actually the same backgrounds. The only ones that have the different one are the Diverse Gnomes. Like compared to all the other Gnomes. And that's because they have that one concert background thing that came in with that one patch when the 4 verse Gnomes came in. For the Nomapalooza mechanic. Which we will be doing this stream. I just want to find one more verse too, and then we'll probably do some Nomapaloozas. But overall, doesn't seem like they nerfed anything. From what I've seen. From other people's. From the quick observations I did. But definitely from what we've seen so far for verses, this is definitely normal drop rate for verses. So it's good to see that they're not nerfing the main thing that helps you get resources within the game these days. The Vault events and Nomapaloozas, which are both the same thing technically, since you should really only throw Paloozas during Vault events. Also, our numbers still show as 0. I generally only update after Paloozas these days, even though we technically actually have more than that. So I'm not sure if we've actually gotten a normal Vault key drop yet. We've definitely gotten Pity Key by now, though. This seems more vibrant. I'll try to just keep note of it when I do it. But they might have updated it. I know drop rate wise it should be the same though. They might have done some visual changes. I could only imagine how many power orbs Isabel has. That's our 5th first gnome now. Pretty good rate so far. Generally, you can get 2 full Paloozas per hour, roughly, give or take, depending on luck. You only have 16 now? Though, but then you already craft everything, though. Like, I'm pretty sure you have Enraged Karandira, Zugoff, and probably even a second Zugoff pop, possibly. It's still a lot of them. Because I think I'm at like 18 or so, but I don't have a second Zugoff. Yeah, no, that's why I said, because I knew when she said 16 that she had the second Zugoff. Because I knew she would have more than me. Because she's been farming the Vault events quite heftily lately. I've reached a point where, like, I still farm them, but it doesn't feel as needed to farm them. Because obviously we want to have enough resources to make content for the game. However, we're kind of at the point where we have that amount of resources already. Because at this point we're just stacking resources on top of resources that we don't necessarily need. Because you just always already accumulated so many. Yeah, Enraged Karandira is actually pretty bad. It's actually like a D tier mythic almost. Like a D tier, C tier. You really only get it for completion's sake. I would not advise getting it to actually use it. It's exceedingly expensive for how average it is. Or even below average for that matter. Like even the mythic we got today is better than Enraged Karandira. Ooh, nice Ricardo. I keep trying to take like a move off the board as if we actually need it, and it's like, oh yeah, duh, we already have win condition. Like I see that 5 times yellow, and it's like, oh, we need yellow for our team, and it's like, wait, no, we don't. We already have the win. I feel like I did that a lot on accident in Guild Wars too. Like you'll see a shiny 5 times and it's like, wait, I already have the way to win. Because in Guild Wars it kind of actually matters because it can actually change up your points, how many you get. I forget when the penalty starts setting in, but after a certain amount of turns you start losing value. Is the new mythic good? Yes. Though it's around like the average to slightly above average category, but it is decent. Especially if you own Norbert's Turnip. Though you do not need Norbert's Turnip to make it work. However, it is probably the best option with the Mythic. Because it resummons goblins and Norbert's Turnip boost ratios off of goblins. So you can start your team as goblins and your team keeps perpetually being goblins then. His unique mechanic's not exceedingly good though. Like the fact that he can do the burning gems. Because it basically just makes him an alternative Infernus. And Infernus has been falling off lately, but it's mostly because of Zugoff. Because if you're looking for a 4 times burning option, you're generally going Zugoff. Not always, but more often than not. And aside from his mass summoning, that's kind of his whole premise is to 4 times burn. Which is the same premise as Infernus. But unfortunately, it's also the same premise as Zugoff. And Zugoff just tends to do better than them normally. That's definitely not a bad mythic. Its viability is just heavily determined by if you own Norbert's Turnip or not, though. Which you can get again whenever the next Asian event rolls back around. I still haven't tried teams that don't use any goblins, though. Like him being the only goblin on the team and using him as a mana accumulator option. I haven't tried doing that yet, though. We might later to stream. Definitely during the video, that's for sure. When we cover it, either later tonight or tomorrow. Because ideally I'll have it up tomorrow morning before we do the new Animal Crossing DLC stream. Which I've been having a blast with. Haven't been able to play it since we last streamed it though. Has been so much fun so far. Oh no, I see a lot of people saying it's not that good. Honestly, I think it's kind of decent. And auto extra turn exploder is pretty solid just in itself. And it does have some burn synergy builds, as well as this any goblin synergy build. What's the best newer mythic? Not sure to what degree you would consider to be newer. But as far as mythics added this year, Archdiva and Yavandra, whatever her name is, are probably two of the higher ones, I would say, this year. Oh, verse 2. Okay, let's go do some Paloozas now. Mostly just want to find another verse 2. Because I believe we're at a dozen now. That or a Baker dozen. Or at some form of dozen. Let's see. How many are we at right now? What form of dozen are we currently at? We are at Baker's dozen. Oh yeah, because we got that one earlier during that one battle. Nice. We got 13. Oh, don't claim that. Oops, I almost just claimed it. No. Alright, let's go and restart the game real quick just to make sure it doesn't be laggy on us. And then we'll go and grab the thing, and then we can update our zeros after we finish this one Palooza. I am looking for where on earth the thing is. There it is. Do you prefer donation through YouTube or through other means? If you're going to do it, I guess through the PayPal directly if you have. Otherwise, you could do it through that other donation link. Oh, do let me do when you do, because I think I still do not have that up to work properly. Like, I still get the donation, but I can't physically see it. Which is still weird. I think I might be able to now. I still need to go readjust that. I'm not sure what's up with that. I might just have to completely reset that one account over there. Like, I still get the money and everything, but, like, the notification system for it's just so weird. Because it keeps not giving me the notification. Which I don't quite understand. Oh, what's in our mail? Oh, it's just, oh gosh, I hate that so much on every Vault event weekend. I will never not just like keep accidentally clicking over there thinking like, oh, we can end up doing that. And then it's like, nope, that's just absolutely nothing. It is just complete nothingness. But anyways, let's go start up a Palooza then. Let's see. Oh, Patreon paid me out the other day too. Nice. I almost forgot we even still have that. I should probably like log into our Patreon. I actually honestly forgot we still even have that running. Which is kind of funny. I think they take a slightly bigger percent now these days too. I think Patreon takes like 5 or 10%. I can't remember what they took before. Whatever it is, I think they increased it slightly. Anyways, let's go do a Palooza. Let's see, that's not where you do a Palooza. Let's go get one rolling. Got 13 of them. And we'll do it in... Actually, it doesn't actually matter where we do this in. Because wherever we go, we're going to have enough damage to kill. Because all that's spawning are the gnomes, so it's the same wherever we go, technically. When you're farming the verses, it matters where you go. But when you're doing a normal Palooza, it technically does not matter. And we already got a Vault key. Nice. Yeah, it's the main reason why I don't have, like, the direct YouTube integration for donations. Even though we have, like, that little monthly thing for those little emotes and everything. The reason I don't have the donation thingy is YouTube actually takes, like, 30%. But PayPal takes, like, less than 3%. Oh, double Vault key, nice. Already 3 Vault keys and we just started. Not even a minute in. Gotta love the Paloozas. But yeah, Vault events are insane for how much loot they give. Like, relative to how much loot you can get when it's not a Palooza and when it is. It's just so ridiculously high. Hope it doesn't get nerfed for like the 3rd time already though. It got nerfed twice, and then they left it alone for quite a while now. Which makes me hope that they're just not going to nerf it again. Whoop, please click. There we go. Yeah, the burning gems on the new Mythic's kind of underwhelming. It's almost like a wasted final trait. It reminds me a lot of Phoenicia's burn at like start of battle kind of trait, or start of turn. Like, it's just not strong enough in most situations to do anything of relevance. Like, obviously you could triple damage burning class synergy with it. And you could do other like burn synergies. But it's not the best burning option in the game. And the value that it gets when you're not utilizing the burn is just so low. It reminds me a lot of Phoenicia, and that just kind of has a, not necessarily like useless, but a pretty underwhelming final trait. The other pretty bad thing about it too is if he's not immediately going to be like board clearing constantly, he's going to end up giving the enemy the capability to 4 times burn you. So while he might be able to 4 times burn the enemy, you'll also have the enemy being able to 4 times burn you right back. It's just kind of weird. He's basically like an Infernus or a Zugoff with a liability. Well, Zugoff does have the skull liability. At least he doesn't have a burn liability where you get like burn or frozen back. But that new Mythic does basically have a mechanic where if you fall behind, you're literally just giving the enemy a free 4 times burn onto your team. Oh, Epic Volkey, nice to see. But yeah, all the drops seem about the same. Though we haven't tried opening Volkeys or Epic Volkeys for a while. As far as the drop rates of everything, everything's looking at par with normal. I see no shadow nerf. Oh, they definitely tell us if they did. Or would they? It's like a burning man offense. Yeah, it's either positive or negative. But yeah, he's definitely a Mythic that could slightly backfire in that regard. Like, you saw it with some of those battles. When we were initially doing it. Like, just got a lead, and then it just team just kind of auto-died. Oh, in all fairness, a lot of teams died to double empower. Double empower is just so strong. I wonder if they ever will add an empower to counter double empower. Currently, the closest thing we have to that is Spirit Fox, which could do 7 mana drain onto one of them. However, the only problem is it's to one of them and not all of them. I wish we would have a troop that starts with Empower that drains the mana of all enemy Empowers with some kind of small side effect. Or, you know, not Empowers, but, you know, drains the mana of all enemies with full mana. While also having Empower as its ability. Because then it doesn't matter how many Empowers they have, you counter all of them on turn 1. There's currently nothing that does it. It'd be nice to see if we eventually get an option for it. Because it'll probably stop people from doing double empower as much. If there's a hard counter empower that can counter them. It also has a side effect to make it actually worth using. Because if it was just only mana drain all things that have full mana, it probably wouldn't be that viable. But if it was like do that and then like distribute the mana across your team or something, then it would be extremely viable. Like a 4-to-1 boost ratio based on how much it drains. Like, let's say it drains like 20 mana, and then it distributes 5 to everything on your team. That would actually be kind of interesting. Because in a normal circumstance, if that was the mechanic, it would be 24-ish mana cost, because double empower with 12 mana cost is what, 24? So then 24 divided by 4 would end up coming out to 7 per, wait, 6? Sorry, 6 per ally. And then you would not only just mana drain turn 1, both their two max mana troops, but you would then also give your entire team 6 mana, including the thing that casted it. Like, that would be an interesting mechanic. Astral Spirit can remove gems. I'm talking about mana draining turn 1, though. Currently, I believe only Spirit Fox can. And it's only a single target 7 mana drain. Not only is it not a full mana drain, but it's also only single target, so if they have double empower, it doesn't work too well. Do you think the new Goblin could be a good option in the defend team? He does get hard countered by freeze. I'm concerned to see how the AI would function. Because at that point, you might as well just try using an infinite loop Goblin team. Like, I don't think you're going to use him over top the infinite loop Goblin team. His mana cost is just too high to compare to using that one green-purple that explodes with silence. I can't remember his name. Stringfiddler, I think his name is. But that one green-purple 14 mana costs in power. Or not in power. Why do I always think he has in power? But that one exploder green-purple Goblin thing with silence. Like, I don't see a situation where you're going to use the Mythic instead of that when using an infinite loop Goblin team. When you're using some other compositions, he's going to be decent. But infinite loop teams are still going to want to not use him. Because his mana cost is just too high of a liability for the AI to handle. Like, as a player, it's not as bad, having that slightly higher mana cost. But under AI control, it's basically going to kill the loop. Thank you, Nexus. Greatly, greatly appreciated. Let me go see the thingy then. Since for whatever reason, this thing does not bring it up. But luckily in my profile, there it is. Let me click refresh because I don't actually see it. Let's see. Not even my PayPal owns page is notifying me, gosh. There it is. Thank you. Greatly appreciated. Let's see, was there a message sent with it? I cannot see the message. Maybe there was no message. Oh, there was no message. But thank you. Greatly, greatly appreciated for 20 bucks. Helps out a lot. Oops, trying to move the thing. There we go. Come on. There we go. But thank you so much. Means a lot. Yeah, a lot of generosity this year, that is for sure. I really appreciate everything. One of the better birthdays in a while, too. Really had a great time. We got to have a pretty fun, like, all-day stream with it, too. I got to catch up with a bunch of people, too. Like, off-stream, I was able to call quite a few people I haven't chatted to for a while. Because almost everyone calls you on your birthday. Well, not call, but, you know, like, contacts you to some degree. But yeah, I still do not understand why my own program doesn't show it. I really need to look into that again. I thought I fixed it the other week. But apparently not. Like, I still get the payment and everything. Like, that goes through like normal. But my program that gives me like the notification for it just does not, for whatever reason, for my PayPal, even though it's linked to it. Assalamu Michael, welcome. But so far, we're getting a pretty decent haul from this Volkey. I think we only got one epic Volkey, though. Or, I mean, from this Palooza, I mean. We'll find out the numbers after the fact. I'm pretty sure it's nearing its end as well. They're definitely going to throw down at least another one, that's for sure. Gotta get the Palooza loot. But yeah, one pretty nice thing about Paloozas too is you reach your pity key cap so quickly. Or not your cap, but you know, the like the really high amount. Like way before Palooza ever existed, it would take you like to reach like a decent amount of them. You would have to do it for like what? Probably like 10 to 15 hours. Now you throw Palooza for like 1 hour and you've already gotten like a good majority of your pity keys. Like you would have hit in like 20, 30 pity keys. And of course, there's a bit of diminishing returns there. You did put a happy birthday message? I'll get up. No, I am confused. I didn't see one there. Did not see it. How do you check the thing that shows all of your things? Because for whatever reason, it's not on the dashboard. It's not under the recent activity. The thing is, but the other thing isn't. That's so weird. It doesn't show anything. Clicking on it. Oh no, that's just a message you. That's super strange. I'm not seeing it on it. Technical difficulties? But there's the bad message. Let's see. What is the easiest way to get gnomes? Just grind out the explore. Just keep doing explore over and over again. Either with Rowan quick kill or any of the Ironhawk quick kills. The way to do it with Rowan is to do it with hero using any weapon that doesn't block Rowan, followed by Rowan, Mirage Queen, Leprechaun. So basically anything that just gets Rowan as quickly up as possible. But if you have it, the other quick way is to do any double empower or a empower into Dust Devil into double Ironhawk. And this allows you to quick kill on a difficulty 1. But either of the two ends up killing very quickly. This one is quicker if you have access to it. However, doing it the other way is still perfectly fine. Rowan's about, I want to say, 30 to 50% slower or so. But it's still pretty substantial. Because Rowan can do about like 4 per minute. Whereas this does about 6 per minute or so. Give or take a little bit. The only problem with this team is it does require double Ironhawk. And specifically double as well. There's a weird like makeshift build that kind of works with 1. But it doesn't work for Palooza with 1. For farming it does, like the verses themselves, but for actual Palooza they have higher enough stats that it doesn't work. You need specifically 2. But otherwise Rowan quick kill is perfectly fine. Which is the most accessible team that probably most people use that don't have the Ironhawks. It's definitely a good idea to eventually get the Ironhawks. Like after you pick up your Weaver this week if you haven't already. Next goal is generally getting double Ironhawk at some point. At least in the current state of the game. It's been very viable since... Actually, it came out earlier this year, didn't it? Yeah. Actually, that's probably the best Mythic. Someone had asked about that earlier, too. As far as Mythics this year, gosh. Ironhawk last February or March, whenever it was. That's a pretty huge one. Kind of revolutionized how you farm in this game. Even more so once we had the Vault event, or, you know, the Palooza patch. Couple months ago. Oh no, the music cue. No, it switched back. But hello, Mod Mark. Welcome, welcome. Oh, we got our tribute there. 20 on the dots. And there's our pity keys. All right, let's go get our numbers going then. Let's see. So we got 9 pity. Let's check the other ones. Some pretty decent numbers then. So I got 9. Wow, really? Okay. We got 30. 9. 1. There we go. Not too bad. 30 Vault keys, 9 pity, 1 epic Vault key. Pretty nice. I wasn't all from the Palooza though. We were doing a little bit of farming beforehand, trying to get the actual verse gnomes. Now, that wouldn't have made up that much of the loot. Pretty nice. Okay, let's go throw down another Palooza then. We still have another dozen, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, I'd want to try not using below 10, so we are going to need to, you know, alternate between farming and the other thing. But let's go get another Palooza down then. Keep it rolling. First day of Palooza on Thursday was a fun party. Oh yeah, that one way back in the day. Yeah, it's or not way back in the day, a couple months ago. Yeah, that was very broken. It got nerfed within a day. After the whole economy exploded. It's hard to do Vault event with Animal Crossing New Horizons on the brain. Well, maybe it'll help if I stream it tomorrow, because we shall be. We're probably going to have the stream starting around 10 and go pretty much until the Gems of War stream. And sometime between now and then, we will have the video going up on the new Mythic that came out today. I'll probably record it tonight and have it up tomorrow, or some combination of such. And of course, we'll have a couple teams for it, not just Norbert Turnip's teams. The Norbert Turnip's probably your best option if you're going to be using him. I wouldn't say it's required to use him, but it's probably one of his best options. What's a flaming Omni key? The new Mythic. The flaming Omni, or whatever his name is. He's in the Glory Gym Guild and VIP chest drop table. He just came out today. We just haven't covered a video on him yet. We did a key opening at the beginning of the stream for him. Got him in 1,050 gem keys. You have 7 Vault keys? Nice. Just this event alone. That's pretty solid. But yeah, it feels so good compared to before. Like, I know on a normal Vault weekend, we'd, like, hope for, like, a dozen. And nowadays, it's like, oh, we already hit, like, 39. So technically 40 if you count the Epic Vault key. It's pretty solid. Because now, basically with how Vault events are set up now, one single weekend is basically the payout of what an entire year's worth of Vault events used to be. How have I been? Pretty good. Definitely well rested after today. I knew I needed to kind of get rest after the other day, so I made sure to do so. And now we're kind of back to normal. So many late night streams too. Last week we did 3 past midnight streams within a week, which I think is actually the most I've ever did it for. We did it for Darkest Dungeon 2 twice, and we did it for the new Animal Crossing DLC once. You need to hire someone to open all your Vault keys. I know, that's one kind of funny thing now, too. I've been noticing that, too, with my Vault key stacks, is that they're almost becoming like treasure maps. Not in the sense that the loot for them is bad, but in the sense that how much time it takes to actually open all of them. Because they'll open my entire stack of Vault keys right now. It would be a multi-day endeavor. Like, we would have to dedicate an entire weekend to it, probably. It would take that long to open every Vault key we currently have. Because it is possible to do about like 2 of them or so per minute. But the problem is that sometimes you like to look at your loot a little bit more. Like, you know, if it's like a big orb or something else. Yeah, like it's not one of those screens that you tend to like spam click on and just go move to the next. Like when we see the loot on one of these screens, it's like, oh yeah, we're just spam clicking. But when you're doing something like a vault, you normally spend a little bit more time just like looking at what it is to see if you actually got a good orb or, you know, anything else. Which inflates the amount of time that it takes. But even at 2 per minute, which is 120 per hour, that means if you had 2,000 keys, that's going to take, what, a little under 20 hours to get it done. Which would be a multi-day endeavor. Unless you did literally nothing that entire day but open Volkies. Which is pretty much how many Volkies I currently have. So we'd have to split it up like 777 or something. 7 hours per day for 3 days straight to open every Volky we have. That or just slowly over time just start opening like 10 Volkies per day. Which is better, open Volkies during or after Vault event? After. The main reason is, they're the same loot regardless, but the reason you generally want to open your Volkies after the event is because during the event you could just be farming instead if you're spending time playing the game. And generally, almost every second that you're playing, specifically Gems of War, during a Vault event, you want to be spending actually doing the Vault event. Because if you're going to be playing the game during the Vault event, you might as well be doing it in the most profitable way possible, which is actually participating in the Vault event itself. Because any time that you're spending opening Volkies during a Vault event is time that you're not farming the Vault event. Which is why you should generally open all your keys after the fact. Because the loot's the same regardless, if you do it during or after. Puzzle Quest 3, I know, right? They still need to patch that. I've definitely been playing it a lot less lately. Still enough to get down the basic dailies, which luckily they made slightly better, but still kind of meh. But, yeah, that game still needs a lot of work. What's the best way to get verse gnomes? Quick kill, spam, low-level explorers on Explore 1. The weakest location is Cinemirage overall, I would say. But bring it down to difficulty 1 and then use either Rollwain quick kill or use an Ironhawk quick kill. Are the two best ways to go about it. Hello, dude! Welcome! Loot is different. Volky opening during Vault event can drop Volkies. And Epic Volkies can drop, they can still do that outside the Vault event. Even outside the Vault event, they can still do that. The rate for it might be ever so slightly higher during Vault events, but not by much. Not enough of a factor compared to just farming them normally. But no, even when it's not a Vault event, they can still do that. We've done it multiple times before, unless they've completely changed it. Does Cindy Savage Lip seem harder to find? For me, yes. Those other people have different RNG. But pretty much everyone has one verse gnome that just seems to not want to drop for them. But yeah, I also tend to not be able to find verse 2. Or some people have the least verse 3s, or 1, or 4. Though 2 and 4 do seem to be the most uncommon to have the least of. Mine's currently 2. Which is the Savage Lips one. Oh, come on. I keep forgetting you can't mash through that screen. I have switched to the sister version instead of the greed version. The greed one's more gold. The sister one's ever so slightly quicker. I've kind of been just sticking with the sister one lately. Since generally for doing something like this, we really don't care about the gold for the most part. I'd rather it be just ever so slightly quicker. It's not too huge of a difference, but it is technically quicker. Because you don't have to deal with the explosion from greed that he does at start of battle. If he didn't have that, then he would just use greed every time. Yeah, I used to do greed a lot more. But lately I've been switching to the sister version. It's not much of a time save. But even just 1 or 2 more cycles could be the difference of a Volky. Meaning that you could convert like tens of thousands of gold into a Volky. Which in many situations that Volky is more valuable than the tens of thousands of gold. But not always. Because Sister, due to the lack of delay, can get about 1 to 3 more battles in per Palooza. Due to the very small amount of time saves that she has. And if we average that to 2, that could be the difference of a Volkey or 2 within 2 battles. But you're sacrificing the extra gold that greed would be giving you. Also, loading screen. What on earth are you doing? Come on now. Gosh, it's being really laggy now. I was hoping that would be slightly fixed in the most recent version. That is super lag. Like, it's literally a black screen. It's taking so long for it to load. Oh, we got a token. Get out of here, token. It's not what we were here for. Tend to cycle through one of those normally when you do Palooza. It's only a matter of time before it ends up dropping. You use greed while farming and then Sister for the other thing. That makes sense. Yeah, it makes sense to kind of do it that way. Because during normal Palooza, you definitely want to get the maximum amount of value from the Palooza itself. And then when it's not, it doesn't matter if you go slightly slower. Because of how many less gnomes you're cycling through. Is the Terra card in the drop table yet? No. I'm pretty sure. I believe that's in the next few weeks. By the time we get the new kingdom, I'm pretty sure it will be. But yeah, I'll let you guys know in the Monday video. It'll probably be on the post as well in the forum thing. But, if I had to guess, it's still another 2 or 3 weeks. Probably around the time Nexus comes out. That new kingdom will be the time that it'd be available. Let's see. Da-da. Gosh, there's a loading screen sometimes. Oh, which is kind of funny. The donation we got from Nexus, we can use for the Nexus Kingdom. Though I hope it doesn't cost $20. But we could do it for such. I hope it gets closer to like 5 or 10. Even 10's kind of pushing it though. We'll see how it goes. I'm definitely not a fan of how they're rolling out the new kingdom. We'll see all the details when it comes out. I do like the new game mode though. But how they're rolling out the Nexus Kingdom is going to be kind of weird. Since kingdoms have never rolled out this way before. It's just going to be annoying to eventually catch up free-to-play. Like, it's not that bad. But if they're going to be releasing a lot of multiple new kingdoms, it basically means you don't get the kingdom release until like months after it's already been released. While you'd be able to get some of it, there'd be stuff that you would have to wait quite some time for. You'd still be able to get it. It's just going to be like an annoying amount of time wait. Yeah, that tends to happen during these events. Also, our Palooza's over. Oh no! Hey, we got a verse gnome immediately once it's over, though. That's funny. That's rather convenient. Verse 3. Fortunately not verse 2, but still good. Oh gosh, they're trying to sell a bunch of Paloozas. That's pretty pricey. I don't know. I wouldn't bother going for that. This seems kind of pricey. For the price of an entire game, you can get 3 Paloozas and some gems. Yeah, that's definitely not worth it. Let's see. It doesn't even take that long to farm 3 verses. Like, you can farm 3 verses, or, you know, 3 full sets of verses guaranteed pretty much within 2 hours. If you're using, even with Rowan builds, you would still be able to do that within, like, 2 hours. So unless you're making, like, more than $25 per hour, then that offer probably wouldn't be worth it. Let's see. Okay, let's go and update our numbers. So we got 13 pity. And then we need to go check the other 2. What on earth those are. So 13 pity. And then the other 2 are the numbers of... let's see. 2... Oh no, it's still only 1? Really? Okay, we didn't get a single epic Volkey in that. No! That's so unfortunate. Math. Trying to do math. 29 minus that is 25. Then you take the 4, 46. So we now have 46 Volkeys. And no more additional, the other thing, unfortunately. Yeah, it's 46 then. No epic Volkeys found, though. Which is a bit unfortunate. But anyways, let's go back to doing some of the gnome then. See if we can find another verse 2 gnome since we just found a verse 3 randomly. See if they're hunting around, lurking in the corners. But yeah, it's definitely very possible that during these events you can have slower servers. From everyone trying to get them gnomes. No epic Volkeys? Yeah, they sometimes seem a bit rare. Generally per Palooza you can get about 1 or 2 though. But they're still definitely substantially rarer than the normal Volkeys. Because even though they're like 10 times rarer, or you know, basically every time you get a Volkey drop it's a 10% chance it would end up being the epic Volkey. It's theoretically less than that in a sense, at least like total number of Volkeys that you have relative to the other thing. Mostly because pities do not have any chance of being epic Volkey. They are always simply normal Volkeys. I wish they would have made the pity system give you an epic Volkey every 10 though. And by every 10, you know, like 10 sets of the key handout. Because that'd be basically an extra like 3 or 4 epic Volkey pity. But how many we normally do. I might closer to 2 or 3, depends. Because I know back in the day it would have been a lot more of an incentive to go for 10. So you can end up getting like the epic Volkey on the 10th, but they never end up doing that. I thought they would, like the very first one. And then when I got there, it's like, oh no, they didn't. Kind of seemed like they would, but it's always only just normal epic Volkeys, which is kind of disappointing. Would have been nice if like every 10 or every 15 it would have also included an epic Volkey there. It's not as big of a deal in the current state of the game though. It's because normal Paloozas farm them like crazy. A squirrel for the code? I would if I could, but I can't. I did not get more codes yet. So hopefully we will soon. That should hopefully be situated by Monday. But as it currently stands, this Vault weekend, we probably do not have any codes. Though in all fairness, you could probably farm more loot during a Vault event in the time that it would take you to even redeem a code. Because Vault events are just that much loot. But I'm pretty sure realistically, you can just farm more during a Vault event, like a few minutes during a Vault event. Like, let's say it takes you 1 minute to use the code. I am pretty sure you can farm more during a Vault event in 1 minute than what would actually be in the code. Just because of how powerful Vault events are. So not too big a deal that we don't have them this weekend, hopefully. And hopefully by the Sunday or Monday, that should be situated. There's no guarantee that it will be by then, but that's when they get back into the office as well, so... Would sure hope it would be by then. But if anyone still has any other questions that you want me to go over, do let me know. So probably will be wrapping up in a little bit here. I'll be back same time as always tomorrow, of course. 1 hour prior to now tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to continue our endeavors of the grind. And tomorrow morning we'll have the video going up on the new Mythic. Obviously no key opening since we already did it. But just kind of going over the Mythic and messing around with it. And showing the teams and everything. And aside from that, we'll also have a stream for the new Animal Crossing tomorrow as well. Probably starting at 10. Unless things change, in which case it might be closer to noon. But we're probably going to aim for a 10 start for that. And go from there. Oh, I did not want to connect to global chat. Why did I even pop up? Maybe my ace spamming made it click over there. Took 17.5k seals to get today's Mythic. I can't remember seals as a currency to know if that's a lot. Let's see. That's decent then. That's actually below average. I mean, above average? I'm not sure which way you would say it. But it's good luck. Because I believe you need 18,000 seals? Because it's 0.11%. If it was 0.1, it would be, it would end up being 20,000 seals for the approximate break-even point. So yeah, that seems about like slightly above average for it then. Because it would take approximately like what, 900 to 1,000 or so seal keys, which is 18,000 to 20,000 seals, is the approximate that you would need for a Mythic. Assuming you have your thing upgraded fully, of course. That assumes your guild is at 40,000 plus seals. For the best drop rate from seal keys. Or guild keys, whatever they're called. You use seals for them, but they're called guild keys. Well, I normally do it based on, like, exact break-even rate. And for something like gem keys, that's 1,000 gem keys. Because if you got, like, exactly on 0.1%, 1,000 times would end up being, or, you know, it'd be 1,000 times. Obviously, that's not how percentages work. But that's generally what I would do the math on when I do, like, the break-even thing. It's not guaranteed that you would get it at that point. But it is like the ideal. That's not exactly how percentages work, so obviously it could take a lot more, a lot less. Because for something like glory keys, it's 10,000 glory keys. For something like gem keys, it's 1,000 gem keys. For something like seal keys, it's 900 something? I can't remember the exact number. It's like a little over 900. Hey! Look what we found. It's salty. See, they were able to add Salty into the game before she left. We got our verse 2, which I believe brings us back to a dozen, I think? Somewhere around there. Pretty sure we're at a dozen. She's the main one we're looking for right now. Well, obviously the other loot's also nice. We mostly need verse 2s. And that's a verse 2. So far, we're actually pretty even on drops this stream. Like, we've pretty much gotten an even number of every single one of, I think, 3 times. Which is actually pretty nice. Normally, we don't get a nice even spread. Obviously, RNG can go and make it that way. But this time around, we're on a pretty even spread of the 4 verses. Though ideally we don't want to even spread, we want to see all verse 2s. Since not having even spread in the past has made it so we need more of them. course, the drop rate for it has never changed. It's just you can get unlucky or lucky in a certain direction. Like verse 4 used to be our worst one. And now we're getting them like crazy to the point where I think it's like our second highest now, despite it being our lowest at one point. Oh, you got lucky from the event chest and got the Ubistet. Nice. Yeah, he's decent. He's been a lot weaker ever since he got nerfed, but he's still usable. Especially during the current world event. He's super good for the current world event. Which actually reminds me, that's something we haven't done this stream. If I'm not mistaken, my guild's probably done with it. Let me go double check. If not, they should be pretty close. But we might actually be done with the world event right now. Oh no, we still got the other stage to do. Ah, we still got double greens. Boo. Unfortunate. Ah, there we go. Might need to go throw our battles down soon. I didn't throw today's battles down yet. Nor will we be. Which actually reminds me, I haven't done adventure board yet. Not much in here though. I'll still go clear it real quick, I guess. Might as well. Oh, you can actually still find gnomes here too, by the way. Like, it's possible that we find gnomes in these fights. Doesn't mean we're going to right now, but you still can. You can't during daily dungeons, but you can during daily adventure board, oddly enough. Why is it not clicking? There it goes. That was a weird lag. Has anyone else been really laggy with it? It might just be the controller thing. Controller still has some really weird interactions with the game. But yeah, that's a gigantic lag again. It just does not want to load into that menu. It's that map screen that keeps getting it. Just trying to render everything. And it doesn't really need to. I liked it back in the day when you actually used to be able to just go straight into another battle. There was like about a year where you could end up doing that. Maybe it was half a year. Where you could just go from one battle to the next battle without having to go through any other loading screen. It just loads you straight back into another battle. Like Explorer used to kind of be like that, but then they changed the whole like Explorer system and how it works and everything. Which made it so that couldn't possibly happen anymore, unfortunately. But I kind of liked when it was like that. A lot less loading screens under any circumstance. Which is kind of weird how they have it now, where it like forces out a loading screen that it doesn't need to happen. Unless it's there deliberately to make sure people don't farm as many resources. That's kind of annoying. Oh, don't get a resummon. Oh, so why did I just not go for a skull? We could have already won. Actually, we still can already win. There we go. But anyways, guys, I think we might end up just wrapping up for now. I do want to get a bit more of a grind on it, obviously, later this weekend, which we still have 2 whole more days for, so should easily be able to. Because, of course, plenty of time for the Vault event. It has only really just begun. We still have another 2 days, 4 hours, so all of tomorrow and all of Sunday until Monday resets at 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I should say 2 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, because I almost forgot the 1 hour shift is going to make it so technically reset will be 1 whole hour off as well. Oh, you sent something through PayPal as well? Thank you, Tyron. Let's see if I can find the message for it. Whatever reason, I could not find the message for Nexus's message. Let me go check it real quick, Tyron. Thank you a ton for the donation. It's greatly appreciated, of course, for the $20 donation. Okay, so that's weird. So I'm not going crazy. I was not able to see Nexus's message, but I can see your message. Your message says, happy birthday, Tacit, from Tyrion Shark. Greatly appreciated. Thank you for the $20 as well. But yeah, I have no clue why I can't see Nexus's message. Like yours I can see right now. It's just right there. But I cannot see Nexus's. Like, I checked everywhere on it. I just could not see it. But yeah, I can see yours. That's weird. I'm not sure why it wouldn't let me earlier. And still won't. I'm not sure what's up with that. But yeah, I can see yours, Shark. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Just rechecking through chat before we go. Any other questions? Let me know. Let me know. Gosh, I'm such a slow reader. I am so absurdly slow at reading. That's the only bad thing about streaming. I am like the slowest reader in existence. Which is one of the reasons why I miss like so much chat sometimes. I'm just so absurdly slow at reading. But anyways, thank you again. Greatly appreciated. But anyways, guys, we will be back, as I mentioned, tomorrow night, same time as always, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 hour and a half prior to now tomorrow. We will be farming Voldivic events. We'll be doing, maybe messing with the Mythic a little bit more, but probably mostly farming the Treasure Hunt Vault events. Doing some Paloozas, farming for those verse 2s that we need, as well as all the verses. And all that. You need math help? What do you need help with? Let me know, Isabel. And then we'll go wrap up for tonight. $33 normal Paloozas equals how many hours? Easiest way to do that would be to divide by 4. So that would be... Right, by 4? Yeah. So you would divide that by 4. So that would be 8 hours. A little over 8 hours is how many that would be. So you could easily get that done this weekend then. But yeah, that'd be a little over 8 hours then. Like 8.5 hours. It really just depends how you're chaining them together. Because obviously it technically takes a bit longer than 4 per hour. Because even though that's still 60 minutes, you know, like going through them and other things. And normally you take like a break in between, or, you know, it's not normally like pure perpetual. But, yeah, I would say like 8.5 to 9 hours or so. Is how long that would take. I think I did the math right on that. You just have to divide it by 4 then. You want to play Animal Crossing New Horizons is why. But yeah, it would take you about 8.5 to 9 hours to do that many. And the easiest way to tell is like divide it by 4 and add maybe like 10 or 20% to the amount of time. Because if you're not chaining them like perfectly together, it technically takes more than 4 per hour. As far as time-wise. But yeah, that'd be like 8.5 to 9 hours or so. Anyways, guys, we'll catch you later. Thank you so much for stopping by, and I'll catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone, and have a wonderful weekend farming up the Vault event. Catch you guys later. Also, best of luck trying to get the new Mythic. We will have a video on that very soon. Goodbye.